Mikko, just the idea of getting that first start, but after getting some time a couple of nights ago, does that help a lot, or as a veteran, you would have been as prepared if you hadn't had a chance to play a couple nights ago?
I think it helps a little bit, I think every time when you get a little bit ice time before the start, it helps, and just need to keep building my game, and but I think it helped.
Mikko, at the start of training camp, you said you wanted to focus on having fun. Your first answer in the last post game was you're just focused on having fun. How's that going for you? Do you feel a little bit more relaxed coming into this year?
Yeah, I changed a little bit my mentality, and try to be more relaxed, and like I said, like try to have fun. It's not gonna be always like that. You're gonna have like bad times during the season, but you just have to try to keep the bad times like as short as possible, and I think that's the key. And yeah.
You were coming into a tough situation last game, but you came in and stopped 20 shots. How do you plan on delivering another strong performance here tonight?
I can't change anything. I just have to keep the same mindset up, and keep building my game. What I built during the summer, and yeah, I don't have to change anything.
Maybe take us through your post-game routine or in between games routine, maybe I should say, in terms of video work. Do you do a lot of video work in terms of watching your performance last game and seeing things where you can work on?
No, not really. At this point, it's like you just have to try keep yourself like fresh, and keep your legs moving, and like I said, fresh in the head. I think that's the key.
When did you know that coming in was a distinct possibility, and what's the mental process like, from going on, watching from the bench to all of a sudden you're in it? Can you kind of take me through that as a professional and how that looks like?
Yeah, it's never easy, you especially if there's an injury like last game. You never want to see things like that, and I don't know, I guess you don't have really choice. You just have to go in there and do your best, and enjoy the game, and sometimes it works, sometimes not, but that's hockey. Like, sometimes bad things happen, and hopefully Mike will be back soon.
Mikko, just to follow up on that, is it almost easier in a sense that you had to just go in and not think about it as opposed to thinking about starting all day?
No, it's always like kind of pain in the ass if that happens. I think all the goalies would answer the same. It's when you know that you're gonna go, you're well prepared, and you know what's gonna happen, and it's when it happens like quick like that, it's never easy.
Any more questions here? Okay, we'll take a couple on Zoom. Mark Spector, go ahead.
Hey, Mikko. Is it every player on the team has their job and their role? Your role is a part of your role is if Mike Smith gets hurt, you might need to play a few games in a row here. Do you embrace that? Is this moment, part of why you're on the team, to get in here and stop some pucks for maybe 2 games, maybe 3?
I haven't thought about my role. I can't answer for that.
Do you, let's say this then, in the past you've always played pretty well in short spurts and struggled when you had to play for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Can that change? Can you make, is there a way to change that? Can you be better if you end up playing several games in a row?
Yeah, I can't see any reason why not. It's yeah, why not? Of course I can.
Thank you.
Rob Tuchkowski, Post Media, go ahead.
Mikko, I'm just wondering, teams don't like to start goalies in back-to-back games because they say that it's more fatiguing, the guys on the ice the entire shift. How do you look at it from a goalie's perspective? If a guy has to play on back-to-back nights, is it a little tiring for a goaltender?
I think it's the media is making this up. Like, it's as a goalie, I always felt like the second game is easier because you're already in the rhythm. But of course, there is times when if you have played like 9 out of 10 and then there's a back-to-back, maybe then it's better the rest. But I think it's more like media is making these things up.
That's why I'm asking the goalie. So, and just as a rule, does the team play differently? As when you're behind a team that is playing the second of back-to-back games, do you get a sense that, because tomorrow you're going into Vegas, does the team play a little bit differently? And from that perspective, do you have to, alter your game a little bit?
Overall, I think we have been really successful in the back-to-back games now in last couple of years. I think we know how to handle those situations, and like I said, like I think most of the guys are actually feels better in the back-to-back games. So it's like I think it's a media thing.